Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Steve here from socialtransformation.us. So, a common problem people have with social anxiety, especially, is worrying about how to carry a conversation. And people always fearing that they'll run out of things to talk about, or there'll be awkward silence, or they won't know how to respond to a question someone has for them. And one tip that I have for being better at conversations is to have a diverse range of interests and to be a diverse and balanced person. And by that, I mean to be interested in many different areas of life. I like to think that I'm the type of person that I could have a conversation with literally anyone, no matter how old they are, no matter what their background is, no matter what their hobbies or interests are. I know by creating a diverse range of interests, I mean being interested in music, being interested in sports, being interested in video games or science, following the news. Following the news is huge for being able to carry conversations. You don't have to be, an information junkie or have to always be following every news station, but just to be up to date on current events and the big news stories of that week can be hugely important for being able to participate in conversations with people. And you don't have to become an expert in any of these things. You don't have to become an expert in sports or music or movies or pop culture or the news or politics or science or whatever it is. But it does help to have a little bit of knowledge in all of these different subjects. And then when you meet someone who also has an interest in politics or science or sports, you can have a little bit of a conversation with them. You know what they're talking about. You have some of your own beliefs and thoughts about the topic, so you're able to participate in that conversation. Conversation's all about having shared knowledge between two people. And that's what facilitates being able to have an exchange about any given topic with someone. So I think trying to shape yourself and being interested in a diverse range of things can be very important for becoming a better conversationalist. Now, even if you meet someone and they have an interest in something that you happen to know absolutely nothing about whatsoever, that still doesn't mean that the conversation can't happen. Obviously, if someone has an interest in something that you don't know about, you can just ask them questions and learn about it. Try to learn as much about the topic as you can. And then the next time you meet someone who's interested in that topic, maybe it's snowboarding, you first meet someone and you've never done snowboarding before and you don't know much about it, but you ask a few questions to the person you've met. Ask them, where do you go snowboarding? What's the experience like? Things like that. Then the next time you meet someone who's interested in snowboarding, you can share that knowledge that you learned with them. So having a diverse range of interests, very important. And then if you happen to meet someone who you don't share much interest with, you can always ask them questions, always learn more, and add that knowledge to your conversation fodder for the next person you meet who also has those interests. So I always try to stay up to date on pop culture to some extent. I'll always try to watch, a couple of the big movies that hit theaters over the summer. I'll try to pay attention to some of the new musicians and artists that are making it big. And just, keeping your mind open to all these different areas of life, not closing yourself away from any of these areas in life. And you'll find that you become a much more knowledgeable person in general, much more balanced person in general. And then you'll also find that it's much easier to have a conversation with pretty much anyone. If you have a diverse range of interests, you'll always be able to find something that you can talk about with another person. So that's very helpful if you want to improve your conversations, if you want to be able to have that flexibility to talk about anything to anyone. Diversify your interests, become interested in things that you're not typically interested in. Maybe you're not a sports person. That's fine. Try, watching a baseball game or a football game every now and then. Doesn't hurt to expand your interests a little more, diversify them, become a more balanced and well-rounded person. So that's my tip for today. Just wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. And I got a new blog post coming out soon. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.